Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 19th tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about the where clause. And we've seen the where clause in action quite a lot, now that we've discussed the comparison operators and the logical operators, and we know what the purpose of where clause in our queries is. But I just thought that since it's such an important clause, I should have a separate tutorial on it, right? So the where clause, as you can see, it is used when you have to specify a condition that has to be obeyed while data is being pulled from your tables. So we've seen how the where clause works, and you have to use it with the select query. And another application of where clause is that it's also used to perform join operations, and we're going to talk about joins later on, and the kinds of joins and how where clause allows us to join tables. But it is used for that too, and it's also used with the update and delete queries. So it's not just used with the select statement, it's also used with the update and delete statements, and we're going to see how it functions there when we discuss the update and delete queries. And the syntax of the where clause is pretty simple, and the reason why I've placed it in square brackets is because it's optional. It's not necessary for you to have a where clause in your query. If you're pulling out all data and if you just want to see data as it is in the table, then you do not have to use the where clause. Only if you want to reduce the result set to a reduced value by imposing some restrictions, or by placing some conditions, then you have to use the where clause. And I'm just going to show a couple of examples to you guys of the where clause in the MySQL environment, just to sort of reiterate or emphasize further on the points that I've already made in this presentation and in the last few tutorials. So I've got my MySQL workbench here, and in the test database I have the employee table, and you guys are familiar with the data that's there in the employee table and the structure of the employee table, so I'm not going to waste any time in showing the structure to you guys again, and I'm sure you guys are also bored of the describe and the select star statements by now. So let's just jump right into an application of the where clause. So I'm going to type in the asterisk symbol here because I want to see all data from all fields. I mean, not all data, but data from all fields. And then I'll type in the from keyword and specify the name of the table, which is employee. And on the next line I'll type in the where clause, and I'm going to find out details of all employees who have age greater than 25, right? And I'll put in a semicolon to terminate the statement. When I press the control enter key combination, I see Howard has age 29, Stan has age 26, and Roger has age 32. So we get only those values that satisfy this condition, and this is one condition, and you can have as many as you want. You can join conditions using the logical operators that we discussed in the last tutorial, and there are lots of other fancy things that you can do. By now I'm sure you've already started experimenting with the logical operators and the comparison operators, and you've started combining them together to create complicated conditions. So you can do all of that, but to sort of implement those conditions in your queries, you need the where clause, right? So that's what the where keyword does in SQL, and it's really important. And I'll just demonstrate another query to you. This time I'll use the name field, and I'll use the equal to symbol, and since name is a character field, I have to type in my value within single quotes, and I'll check out data for Kurt, right? And I'll press control enter, and there you go. The condition is obeyed by just one row. So the employee's name is obviously Kurt, and the ID is 1915, and the age is 34, and the email address is there. And Kurt, well, there is no data available for the salary field for Kurt, right? So that's it about where clause. I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.